This is it. This is the
Rat Pack.
Right?
You can make the sunrise, sprinkle it with dew.
I love Sinatra hanging back with Liza. It's like, check out this guy.
I don't know if there is such a hall.
No, I don't think there is. It was very royal. It was, you felt wrapped in velvet.
Well, it started when I was doing a residency at Radio City. And part of the residency, I would have, different comedians and musicians would all come. It was kind of like a great collective or curation of talent. And this particular night, it was the day that riot happened in Charlottesville. You could feel it in the room. There were palpable feelings around it. And Jon Stewart showed up that night. And when he went on, really, like, either John or Obama are the only people that would have got. Literally, you're the only ones that would have got that
Obama's
reception.
got a tight 5 on Charlottesville that would have crushed.
No, you could feel the crowd like it was a sigh of relief. You were like a visual cue to be rational and the set you did that day was so powerful.
When we do our shows, And no matter if we're sitting in Royal Albert Hall or like when we were in Copenhagen, we went to this little room called the Zoo. There was, 100 Danish-speaking, somewhat surprised people to see us. And we sat there and we did our show.
He said, what the fuck? King's basketball in Royal Albert Hall.
That'd be a fun place to watch again.
Right?
That'd be a really fun place to watch.
I wonder how the ball would sound. Is it just hitting it?
Watch a good fight. Oh, there they go.
There it is. Now that's home. Queen was there.
Comedy is about, for us, the hang. It's about the hang. It's about getting to a certain point where you go out. When you're starting out, it can be very solitary. And you're on the road and you're in places you don't know and they're not necessarily in tricked out theaters where Queen Victoria has her own box. You're in Walnut Creek and you're staying on the side of a road somewhere. For me, this has been a wonderful just reconnection to that life I had, but at a much better level and place. And I feel like part of what we do here is just have a really great time together and have a great time with the friends and family that are with us, and communicate with the audiences our things and react with them and interact with them. And it's just it's a wonderful way to spend a week.
Oh, wow.
What's he got going?
The least practical guitar I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just get like 3 of them.
That looks like some Carrot Top shit. Leonard Cohen. I saw this dude on his last tour at Radio City.
Oh my gosh.
You would love him. What a gentleman. I asked him, we got him to let us use one of his songs for Rosewater when Gael is dancing in his cell. That's one of Leonard Cohen's a song called Dance Me. Beautiful song.
I love that scene.
When you hang with Dave, there is a carnival of talent that comes with it. There was Naomi Campbell, Spike Lee, and Janet Jackson, and all these people that he has cultivated. He's a great curator of talent. I have been very happy to bask in the reflected light of that. And I don't know how it happens, but he draws in talents from these various areas and they come together, and it's like those salons, like those old kind of what you imagine the way it used to be, and it creates a really nice alchemy and a really interesting vibe.
One of the things that's special about touring with him is collectively, I think the crowd listens differently than the average comedy crowd. I think a lot of people see our names on the bill and they come to get like the political word, but it's not even that. It really is just a great comedy show. And I love traveling the world this way because,
Yes.
A lot of people have been to Copenhagen, but a lot of people don't know what the crowd in Copenhagen feels like or London feels like. It's a great way to engage a city.
Yeah, that scene of play in there, that's something. I love the way they light this stuff. Ah, this is interesting.
Oh, wow.
Princess Diana in the middle.
That's a really cool picture.
Isn't it?
European crowds listen more than they do in America. America, it's not that they don't listen in the States, but we're a raucous bunch. And here they have really good performance etiquette. If they go to see a show, they go
Wildly
to see a
polite.
show.
When we first were performing, it was Copenhagen and it was
Stockholm.
And so we like to think that comedy is somewhat nuanced of language and somewhat precise of language, and that those nuances mean something. And they're taking it in as their second language. And so
Good crowd.
I thought there would be a lag where they would all go on like Google Translate and just be like, oh yeah, that's nice. But they really took to it very naturally. There is definitely a sense of they really want to hear you. Like I don't know that in the States we've ever performed somewhere where people are just like, this is exciting for us and we really want to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, American rules of engagement are different.
I'd never really gotten to travel. Seeing the lifestyle of like Copenhagen, and I will say this too, it's really interesting, in even a Scandinavian country, they don't blur the lines. They don't have the same divisions in some respects that we have racially or religiously.
Here we go. That's nice. BB King, baby.
BB King.
Right?
Oh, with Slash and what's his face?
Wood.
Yeah.
It's night of the proms. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Ali? Did he fight here? Such an eclectic mix. I don't know what that did.
Grace Jones. Marvin Gaye.